Alright, so hello there guys. Let me just exit out of this. So, first off, I just want to say I'm sorry for the 4:3 aspect ratio, you know, with the black bars on the side. It's just because I'm on a new computer and I don't have a monitor for it yet, so I had to use an older one. But, don't worry, that's not how all of my videos are. But anyways, today we will be, creating a website. So this is going to be a multiple part series, not on teaching you HTML, but rather on improving on a basic knowledge. So it would be better for this course if you have or had, you know, whatever, a basic knowledge of HTML and CSS, but if you don't, that's okay. Just kind of follow along and you might even learn it in the process. But again, it's probably better to have a basic knowledge. So if you don't have a basic knowledge of it, I would highly suggest going to Code Academy. Signing up is completely free, and in about 2 or 3 days, you can have a very basic, well, not very basic, but a very, you know, good knowledge of it, well enough to learn in this course. But again, you don't have to. But anyways, let's just get into this. So let's just set this up real fast. Today I have gone ahead and completely restarted my web server, which, if you don't know what that means, is basically a website, which would be allthingsjacob.com. So basically, to show you this, if we go to www.allthingsjacob.com, it'll say forbidden, and this is because there's nothing on the server. So we're going to change that by simply coding some stuff in and putting it on. So today we're going to work on just the basics of it. We're going to kind of get the design of it, get the structure for the HTML down and stuff. So yeah. The program I'm going to be using is called Notepad++. It is a great option. I would suggest Sublime Text more, but just for the video purpose, I'm going to be using this because it's easier to understand exactly how I'm doing things. So, if you don't have anything like this, you can go ahead and download it for free, or you can just use a basic Notepad program. It's all the same. So the first thing we need to do, of course, is we need to set up where it's going to be. So I have on this removable drive, I have the website. And we're actually not coding the website, we're coding a page of it that I'm going to be calling the Christian Post. So this is our website file right here. When you click on it, it should have all of your pages on it and stuff. So here's my page right here. Alright, so if you didn't know, index is when you just go to, like, in our case, allthingsjacob.com/thechristianpost. It's just going to automatically go here. You don't have to type in allthingsjacob.com/thechristianpost/index.html. So again, this is where basic knowledge would come in handy. But right now we just have our index, and that's what we're going to start with, since all we're starting with right now is HTML. So you're going to want to go ahead and open up your index in a web browser. So I'm going to use Microsoft Edge just for now. And we'll see it brings us here, just a blank document, because currently all that is this. So yeah. So let's just kind of go over what we have here, and then we'll get into designing it, alright? Okay. So this is, of course, the start of a basic opening. So I have, you know, the HTML, the head, and then I have the title here, which is the Christian Post. And then this right here is a JavaScript that I got from a site. And basically what this does is, if the screen width is under 800 pixels, it's going to redirect you to whatever you put right here. So basically what this is going to allow us to do is we're going to create a desktop version and a mobile version of our site. And that's going to really help us out, because you could do this in CSS, but it makes it much harder, and you can only change design aspects of it. You can't completely change coding like I'm going to be wanting to do. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is we're going to go back into our file area, and we're going to think of a name for this extra post, and we're going to just create a new file. So here's our new file. We're going to go save as, and this right here is where I have the index saved, and I'm going to save this as mobile. That's not how you spell mobile. Mobile.html. And then you're going to want to come over here to where it says normal text file, and you're going to want to find hypertext markup language. And then just click on save. So now this is the mobile. So basically what we just did is, anytime you go to allthingsjacob.com/thechristianpost, it's going to bring you to this site. But of course, the code runs from top to bottom, so it's going to load this. So before the site loads, it's going to say screen width, is it over or under to 800? And if it is less than or equal to 800, it's going to say this is the mobile site, and it's going to redirect us to that site. So yeah, that's basically how this works. So right in here, we're going to put in our thing. So because it's on our website, we can just do what do we call it? Mobile.html. And there we go. So now what we're doing is basically, if I were to open this up on a tablet right now, it would bring us to this page. But if I were to open it up on a desktop, it would bring us to this page. So that's basically what we're doing, and today we're going to be designing it, and we're going to start coding on this one. So yeah, let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is start our design. I have it written down on paper, but obviously you can't see that. And paper isn't always the best because, well, you can lose paper. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to see if I have a paint program. I do. Now I have one of these cool sketchpad things, so I'm going to go ahead and grab it up. I know you guys can't see me do any of the stuff I'm saying, but I now have it. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to just design the website here, okay? So I'm going to be copying it off the paper. So, we're not going to do any of this in color. So up at the top here, we want there to be like a line right here. Whoops, 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 whoops. We might wish to select something. And then, so there's going to be a line like right here. Sorry about my sloppy handwriting. And then it's going to say right here, the Chris Eon post. And then this right here is going to be like our home, you know, our nav stuff. And then we're going to have across here, and then across right in the middle to make up the T in Christian. And that's going to be our design. And then of course this upper area right here is all going to be inside of a header. And this nav right here is going to be inside the header, and it's going to be a nav. And then it's going to be a picture that's shaped like this, and it's going to say the Christian post on it and stuff. Alright, now below that we want it to say trending. It really says trending Christian news, but we're just going to put trend news because I can't write that small. And then we want the article page to kind of look like this. So, oops, sorry. So we have like an outer box and we have an inner box down here. And then we're going to have the title and then the content. And on the mobile version, we're going to have the desktop version, we're going to have 2 of those. So we're not just going to have, you know, the one, we're going to have both. Now on the mobile version, I'm going to cut ahead just a little bit, we're only going to have one of these. And that's one area where doing it this way, where you have a different mobile site instead of just using the CSS, is better, because then you can just have one. Alright. So now that we have that, let's go over to here. So I'm going to try and monetize this, and of course that's a video for a separate time, so for this video we'll just put inside of it ad, but this right here would be, I just realized I'm drawing with the eraser. No wonder it's so sloppy. But this right here would be an ad. So for this example, we're just going to put ad on the inside, and I'll show you how to monetize in a different video. Underneath that, we will do the best Bible version. You know, just we'll fill in this information later, but this is going to be one solid color with a line down the middle of it. And then below that we have another one, so there's 2, and then we have another ad right here, and then below that we might have to give ourselves a little extra space here. So then below that, we are going to have the verse of the day provided by King James Bible Version, which I will show you how to do again in a later video. You know, just, yeah. Over here, we're gonna have a View More button. So, for instance, we can view other news pages. That's going to be underlined, of course. And then we're going to have encouraging sayings. And it's going to be an arrow this way, an arrow that way. It's going to have the saying. And then it's going to have like little dots, maybe. Maybe. We might do that. And that's the main of the page. And then, of course, we're going to have a footer down here. And I just want to have basically a line. The color will change. And it'll say all our copyright stuff over here. And then some links over here for social media. So that right there is the page that we're going to have. Now, of course, the colors have not been chosen. But this is what we're going to do. Now, as far as pages go... yeah, well, we want to save this, definitely. So, really quick, we're going to save this to our website under the Christian Post, and we're going to title it like title it, sorry. Anyways, our pages. This is an important thing to have written down. You always want to know what pages are going to be branched off. So, we have two different kinds. We have public, which means it's going to be up in the nav bar, and then we have private, which doesn't mean that no one can access it. It means that it's like, for instance, the view more. Alright? In that little view more section, that's not a public link. That's not up at the top with the navs. That's a view more. So that would be a private. So we have the view. Sorry, I spelled that wrong, but too lazy to fix it. View more is one of the only private ones I think we have. But the public, we're going to have about, contact, home, which is going to not lead us to the Christian Post, is going to lead us to the home of all things Jacob. And then Bible verses. And then just the Bible. Love like Jesus. And then over here we will, of course, the view more, and then we'll have what is it? Oh, sorry, I can't remember. Dang it, can't remember. Oh yeah, it'll be the best Bible version. So best Bible version. Sorry if you can't read that. Very bad handwriting. And then we'll also do individual articles. So like, for instance, an article, even on the view more, or even some of the other ones that you can see on the front page, you might have more than can fit on those squares. So in that case, it would go to the full article. So yeah, these are basically our pages. And I have all this stuff written down, so I just wanted to show you guys on here, but I will be referring to my written down stuff. But yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and put this thing away, even though you can't see me do that. And let's get into the coding part of the video. Alright, so, like I said, we will be working on the mobile version. Oh my gosh, sorry. The desktop version, which is index.html. So, after we get out of the head, we're going to have our body, and then we're going to open it up with a header tag. Inside of the header tag, we're going to have a navigation menu, which is just a nav tag, and then we're going to have an unordered list. Now, inside of the first list item, we're going to have our first page, which is, these are all public pages, so we're going to make it home. So we're going to go a ref equals, and then we're going to go home, or no, sorry. To do home, it's just a slash. And then we're going to do home here, and then we're going to close out the anchor tag. And there we go. That's one item. And now we can pretty much just copy and paste this down. So how many do we actually need is a good thing to find out. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we already have one. So we need to copy this 5 more times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Here. Sorry about that. I didn't break it. So no, it's like this. Alright, sorry about that. But anyways. So now we can just change this from that to, so from home, the next page we need is about. So we're going to do about.html, and we'll create that in a separate day. And then the next one will be contact. Oops, sorry. .html. Sorry, with this green underlining, I can't really see anything. And then, of course, up here, I forgot to put about. And then this one will be contact. And then what's the next one we need? So we have about, we have contact, we have home, Bible verses. So this one will be Bible verses.html. The next one, which one is it? We have Bible. So we'll just do Bible.html. And then, of course, we need to change this to Bible verses. And then we need to change this one, of course, to Bible. And then this next one down here, we'll change the name first, is Love Like Jesus. And that will be slash, because it's going to be a separate page, Love Like, or no, we'll do slash LL Jesus to make it shorter. Alright, so that right there is our nav. And then we'll go back one, and we will close out this unordered list. And then we will close out the navigation bar. And then, I actually forgot one thing. We should add one for the Christian post. So what we're going to do is right before the home, because it's the selected and stuff. So right here, and then we're going to do slash the Christian post. And then what we'll do is, why is this lit up green? My gosh, it's so annoying. And then we're gonna do ID equals, and then what we're gonna do inside of this ID is we're gonna go active, and that's for the CSS later on. And then we're going to write the Christian post. So there we go. Now if we go up and, well, actually we need to come down here and close out our body tag and our HTML tag before we can view anything. Alright, now we're going to go up here and we're just going to click save. We're going to go back up to where we opened that, and we're just going to click on refresh. And now, as you can see, this is our nav bar, and of course we'll make it look a little bit better later on. So we'll go ahead and do the articles, and then that'll be all for this video. So for the articles, we're going to open up a section tag. And just to make this a little bit more neat, we'll put a thing here. We'll put article 1. And then we'll close off the section tag here. And then we'll put article 2. Now, divs aren't used as much anymore, but we're going to use divs on the inside of our thing, inside of our section, sorry. So, as you can see, we have article 1 and article 2 now, and we're going to go inside of the first one. Oh, wait, hold on. We're going to want to go inside of the section thing. We're going to put ID equals article. And we'll do this for the bottom one too. Article. Sorry. Sorry, I'm using a new keyboard, so yeah. And then on the inside of this article, we're going to put div ID equals out. And then we're going to go down and we're going to close that div out. And then on the inside of that, we're going to do another div with an ID of in. And then we'll go ahead and close that div. So now the article is going to be set out like this. Right inside the div ID equals out, we're going to have an H1, or no, sorry, an H2. And it's going to say, well, actually we can do ID equals, ID equals, and then we can do title. And then this will be the title of the article. So for right now's purpose, we're just going to put example. And then we're going to close out the H2. And remember, that's in the out. It's not inside of the in. And then on the inside, oops, I didn't close that. But on the inside of the in tag is where we're just going to write P for paragraph. Close that out. And now this is what where we'll put the content. So we can just do this. And really fast, while we're at it, actually no, we'll save that for next time. I was going to say I'm going to show you how this is going to work, but you know what? We're going to leave it a surprise for you. So now if we go ahead and again go save, and then we come up here and we refresh, we now have our thing. And you might say, like, what's the inner and the outer for? Well, once we get the website up and we do all the coloring and CSS, you are going to see what it's really for. And then what we can actually do is we can just copy everything inside of these two section tags. And we can just put it inside of the second article, and of course you would change the information, but all of the tags and stuff are the exact same. So now we have those, and the only other thing that we have is on our paper thing that we made. It says trending Christian news over them. So we will go ahead and put right above this, we'll put H2, and then we'll make this one bold, and then it'll say trending Christian news, and then we'll close out the bold tag, and then we will close out the H2 tag. And now again we will save this, and we can come back here, trending Christian news, and then it'll look like that. So that's all we're gonna go to today, and this is gonna look pretty basic until we do the CSS, and then it's gonna look really cool. So thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry for the unedited content and stuff. It's just I'm really trying to get these videos out there. So by next video, I will try and figure out how to do a couple more things for this to make it look cooler. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.